Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
Tell me how a movie made years ago chose the campaign slogan of the President of the United States for the 2020 election.
We have the world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out. Find out.
But instead of saying thank you, the snake gave her a vicious bite. Snake, snake. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake, take me in, oh tender woman. Sighed the vicious snake. I saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me. But why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
They're cheering for their own purging. They don't know.
What do we use as our theme, as our statement? Keep America great.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
The Jacobin reign of terror was a precursor to all Marxist or communist or socialist revolutions. It took place when the ultra-liberal French stormed the Bastille for arms. The phrase "off with their head" comes from the reign of terror. Guillotines were fashioned and placed in city squares where thousands and thousands of people were beheaded and executed, including the king and the queen. They executed anyone who opposed their ideological thought. The new revolutionary French government failed miserably in every way. They attempted to run their society in a way that is contrary to tradition, order, reason, and natural law. They were against monarchy, but they ended up with a Napoleon dynasty, and the anti-authoritarian liberals became fierce tyrants. Karl Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto during the next Great Revolution in Europe, circa 1848. After this, every single revolution's adherents seemed to use the Marxist Manifesto as an ideology and the modus operandi of the Jacobins. A cultural revolution takes a people's culture and destroys it. It takes their history and erases it. It takes their religion and persecutes it. It claims to be oppressed while overthrowing the government, and it claims to be anti-authoritarian, but when it takes a hold of a nation, it rules with an iron fist. Once the cultural revolution is successful, the purge begins. It begins against anyone who disagrees or anyone who resists.
And they felt that this counter-revolution could best be guarded against by creating and establishing re-education centers in the Southwest. where we would take all the people who needed to be re-educated into the new way of thinking and teach them how things were going to be. I asked, well, what is going to happen to those people that we can't re-educate, that are die-hard capitalists? And the reply was that they'd have to be eliminated. And when I pursued this further, they estimated that they would have to eliminate 25 million people in these re-education centers. And when I say eliminate, I mean kill 25 million people. I want you to imagine sitting in a room with 25 people, most of which have graduate degrees from Columbia and other well-known educational centers, and hear them figuring out the logistics for the elimination of 25 million people. And they were dead serious.
The only thing that works, and the only thing that fascists understand is violence. So the only way that you can confront them is with violence.
So if Trump gets re-elected, what?
Cities burn.
Bernie doesn't get the nomination, or it goes to the second round at the DNC convention, Milwaukee will burn. It'll start in Milwaukee, and then when the police push back on that, other cities are
The cops are going to be the ones that are getting beaten in Milwaukee. You're going to call out the National Guard for that shit. Promise you that.
Back then in the 60s and 70s, they were young communist radicals. Today, they are old Democratic Party officials.
right
And they want the revolution.
before they die.
Yes, they do. The 2020 campaign is going to be violent.
Yes.
The leftists are planning a bloody purge.
In their own words.
There's a direct connection between the campaign slogan that we saw in that trailer from 2016, Keep America Great, to who, Edward?
A man by the name of Josh Raffel. This man was actually the publicist at Bloomhouse Productions, the producer of the Purge series and The Hunt. And this man worked under President Trump's White House.
Warning, announcing the commencement of the annual purge.
This July, have your voice be heard.
I purged.
I purged. Show your support.
I purged because it's my civic duty.
For the purge.
I purge because staying in is un-American.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge.
The soul of our country is at stake.
The senator's going to win. She's going to make real changes.
The purge has to come to an end.
I purged to keep my country great.
This thing is coming quickly. This isn't 20, 30 years away. This is coming at us quickly. They're giving us the date 2020. They're telling us, hunt white conservatives in 2020.
Your idea is incredible.
I can't argue with that. We pay for everything. So this country belongs to us.
It's just business. Hunting human beings for sport.
They're not human beings.
Every year, a bunch of elites
Kidnap normal folk like us.
Where'd they get you from?
Wyoming, Mississippi,
Orlando.
And hunt us for sport. Hurry, hurry, hurry up!
So it's true.
We're being hunted.
Hey, what am I gonna wait?
What is happening?
Put him in the back with the rest.
Gonna take a freight train down at the station. I don't care where it goes.
Now they can't see us.
You just told them we're here.
What was that?
I think that was a rifle.
Come on, everybody get out of here! Jesus, come on!
Who are these people?
How are they getting away with this? Oh, can't you see?
You have no idea what you're up against.
This, again, is the main writer behind The Hunt, Mr. Lindelof. Rick, this man knows everyone in the Democratic elite. This isn't just some random Hollywood producer. He's well known in the circles of let's say, people like Michelle Obama, for example. right here. Him and his wife are hanging out with a lady who might jump into the race, but is the wife of a Freemason, Kamala Harris, another candidate running for the Democratic nomination. You've got Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House. After this, you look at this, they're very happy. Cecile Richards, former president of Planned Parenthood, another murder facility.
He probably knows Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, I wasn't able to find that photo, but you're probably right, Rick. There's a good chance.
But Stacey Abrams?
Stacey Abrams, Andrew Gillum, the former gubernatorial candidate in Florida, Cory Booker, Eric Holder, Barack Obama's former attorney general.
They're telling us, hunt white conservatives in 2020.
It's not only that Trump has to lose, but that all his enablers have to lose. We have to collectively, in essence, burn down the Republican Party. We have to level them, because if there are survivors, if there are people who weather this storm, they will do it again. They will take this as confirmation that, hey, it just pays to ride the waves.
She's talking about burning down the Republican Party. I mean, that's the talk of a revolutionary, of a Jacobin. Whether it happens, I don't know. But what is trying to rise up, Doc, this is not a political revolution.
No.
It is a spiritual revolution.
The French Queen, Marie Antoinette, is often misquoted in saying, "Let them eat cake," regarding the poor and struggling French. But the source of this is actually a post-French revolutionary piece of propaganda. Nevertheless, a common Marxist phrase arose in response to this. Rather than eating cake, the Marxists vowed to eat the rich, eat the rich, eat the rich.
Come on, kids, and gather round, sit down at the table. I've cooked you up a tasty meal, the best that I was able. The well is dry and the shelves are bare, but don't you cry, no, don't despair. I found a way to eat today, to stave away the hunger pain. I went up to the Capitol Hill, a place where we could eat our fill. Those pigs up there are growing fat, poor old farmers seen to that. Let's pull them from their lavish homes, eat the flesh right off the bones, make today the day for the billionaire buffet. Let's eat the rich, they can be the main dish. We're taking to the streets and eating the elites. Let's eat the rich. So grab your pitchfork and grab your torch, grab your knife and grab your fork, head out to the market square. The guillotines are standing there. Our government's corrupt, they're filling up their pockets, but the people, they are hungry, and we can't survive on profits. We're tired of this policy of ruling class hypocrisy. They've hijacked our democracy with a classic bait and switch. Let's eat the rich. You can even have seconds if you wish. There's enough to go around, there's enough to feed the town. Let's eat the rich. We'll attack them after dark and hack apart the oligarchs, roast them over open flame. All autocrats will get the same. Things could all get better if the people come together and collectively agree. We don't need an aristocracy, and if we all do that, we could all grow old and fat on the product of our labor and the strain upon our backs. Let's eat the rich. Scratch that revolutionary itch. Break the iron fist. Let's eat the rich.